Namaste, welcome to this dynamic Vinyasa yoga class. I'm Kristen, and today we'll be moving through some creative sequences to get your body going and really connect you on all levels. So let's start seated, bringing your hands to your knees. Just take a few breaths in and out through the nose. Just really feeling the ground beneath you, feeling the connection of your hands on your knees. And just landing and arriving in the space. We will begin to move soon, and remember that through this practice we're connecting our breath with our movement. So maybe you want to set an intention for this movement practice today. Just bring that into your heart. When you're ready, open your eyes, bringing the hands onto the knees. We're going to move through some cat and cow with the spine. So inhaling, gazing up, bringing your heart and chest forward. Exhale, rounding the spine. So from the side, it looks like this. But you can still face forward on your mat. Just flexing and extending the spine, moving through this little stretch. Now we're going to bring the right arm up and over, bending down to the side. Hold here for a breath. And switch side, left arm up and over. Go through this a few times. So we are stretching out the spine in all of its directions. Let's come back to our cat-cow. So the spine moves in 3 directions, which is flexion and extension, what we're doing here. Side bends here. And finally, we have a nice twist, which we'll go into now. Reach both arms up, inhale, exhale, twisting over to one side, bringing the right hand to left knee, left fingertips behind you. Breathing here. Inhale back through center and other side. Good, let's come back through center. Bring the palms behind you. Inhale, open your shoulders. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your forehead towards the ground. Inhale, come back up. Extend your left leg out, right foot inside. Now I'm mirroring you. So inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Just breathing here, bringing the head down towards your knee. Feeling the back of your leg stretching out. It's not necessary that the head touch the knee, but energetically this is where we're going. And we're trying to keep the spine rather straight as we simply hinge down at the hips. Good, roll back up, press the hands behind you, raise up the hips, gaze back, lower down, come down one more time through our Janu Sirsasana, and roll yourself back up. Bring the feet to center, clasping the feet with your hands, maybe wiggling the knees a little bit for butterfly. Inhale here, exhale, bend down, maybe pressing the elbows into the shins. Baddha Konasana. So just starting our practice gently here as we open. And we'll soon be starting to flow and move. Inhale, rise back up. Other leg extended. Bringing the sole of the foot inside the thigh. It's like tree pose, but seated. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach the hands towards the feet or the ankle. Head comes down towards the knee. And breathe here. Inhale, rise back up, press the hands behind you, raise the hips up, maybe dropping the head back, open the throat, exhale back down. Let's extend both legs out wide and just move through some torso rotations here. One direction and the other. You can just free flow a little bit. I'm a big fan of free flowing, moving how your body wants to. Let's cross the legs, come over your knees onto hands and knees, tabletop pose. Again, we're going to move through our cat and cow spine. Excellent. We don't need this water bottle in the video. There we go. So shoulders are over wrists, hips are over knees. Moving through this in your own pace. Gazing up, exhale down. One more time. And round. This time we're going to peel our right arm off the mat. Oh my gosh, no buckle. I have to take this dog outside. Let's do that. My dog, I live in Pisac, Peru. Raise the right arm up. Let's thread it under, but don't quite touch the shoulder to the ground yet. Moving through this flow. There's so many animals here, and certain ones get attached to you. This dog follows me through town and thinks he can come to yoga. And let's drop the shoulder down. Reach forward with the left hand, just enjoying this stretch first. And then maybe reaching behind, going for the inner thigh. Opening up your heart to the left. If you want extra challenge, you can extend the left leg behind you. Or maybe even try to raise it up just for a little balancing challenge. Go ahead and lower it down, unwind yourself. Peel the right arm up to the sky. And this time we're going to extend the right leg back. Inside of the foot is facing you. And kickstand the left leg behind you so you get this little support here. We're going to come up into gate pose. Inhale, flowing down to the side. Exhale, right arm up and over. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Just flowing here. Feel your side body opening up. Good. Inhale one more time, coming up. And this time, exhale, we come to the center. Bring your hips down into a child's pose, but your right leg is extending. Inhale, roll back up, both arms overhead. Exhale, shift to the back of your mat, coming up onto the heel. Here we are. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fold forward, half splits. Inhale, press the foot into the ground. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hinging forward, half split, straighten the leg. Good. Inhale, pressing through the sole. So just flowing here, opening up. You can hold for a little longer if you like, or just move through the flow. This time we're going to drop the left hand down, right arm up to the sky, low twist. And let's make some arm circles here. So I told you we'd be flowing today, lots of movement in this class. Making these nice circles, maybe reaching back, staying here for a moment. Inhale, circle both arms up. We're going to come back, kickstand the leg, inner foot facing you, back through our gate pose. Flow a couple more times. And this time when we come up, really stretch out that side body. Exhale, come down. And here we can elevate the leg, raise it up if you like, or go for the ankle. Stretching out the thigh and opening up the spine. Good. From here, we're going to inhale. Bring both hands to face the front of the mat, touching the back toes down. Step back into plank. Lower down your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, rise up through cobra. Tuck the toes. Press your hips back to our first downward facing dog. Maybe bending into one knee and the other here. Getting comfortable in your downward dog. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. So we're going to stay on the same side here. Step it through. Inhale, low lunge. We've done this on the back of the mat. Exhale, half splits. Hinging forward, feeling that stretch going down the back of the leg. Inhale, rise, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Good. Inhale one more time. This time, left hand comes down again. Twisted lunge. You can raise the back leg or keep it down if you like. Come back into these circles. And this time, lower down the back knee. Reach back, gaze behind you, little twist. Or you can reach for the back ankle. For 3 breaths here. 2 and 1. Release the ankle, bring both hands down. Let's step back to plank, lower down knees, chest and chin. Inhale, rise into a cobra. Exhale, press the feet back, downward facing dog, the hips back, I should say. Take a couple of breaths here, maybe continuing to pedal out the feet. I'm going to gaze forward, step or hop between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, pressing through the soles of the feet. Palms meet at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Going to move through that on the other side. So inhale, sweeping both arms up. Exhale, forward fold, crown of the head towards the ground. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, we're going to step down into our tabletop. Let's go through 1 or 2 cat-cow. Rolling out the spine, and this time we're going to raise the left arm up to the sky. Really stretch your heart open, twist it underneath, and move through this a few times. Going with your breath here. Inhale, reach it up. Now exhale, coming down onto the shoulder stretch. You can reach the right fingertips forward. Enjoying that stretch for a few. Or reach behind you, finding the inner thigh. This is a nice stretch for the shoulders. Stay here or extend your right foot back. That can just deepen the twist a little bit. And adding a little balancing challenge is extending the leg off the mat. Wherever you are, go ahead and unwind yourself. Coming back onto both knees. Inhale, extend left arm to the sky. This time, we're going to extend the left foot to the back of the mat. Kickstand the right foot out. I'm sorry, I'm not facing you for this one. I was wondering how this part would go. I have to be facing my back to the camera. We're just going to flow through the gate pose. Just letting your upper body move like a blade of grass in the wind, and your lower body is super stable. Just feeling your side body stretch out and move at your own pace. You can go much slower if you like. This time we're going to come all the way around, hinge to the back of the mat once again. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hinging down into half split. This time, sole of the foot to the mat. Inhale, low lunge. And flow here with your breath. Inhale, rising up. Maybe staying in the low lunge for a round of breath. And exhale, hinging down. Half split. Maybe staying here if you like. Listen to your own body. You don't have to follow me exactly. This time, right hand comes down. Left hand sweeps up and over. Extending the back knee off the mat. You can always keep it down if that's more comfortable for you. Moving through some arm circles here. Good. And now, from here, we can drop the back knee down. Just reach the left fingertips towards the back of the mat. We're not reaching for the ankle quite yet. Circle back, come back through our gate pose. So this one, you're really feeling the stretch through the inner thigh. Let's flow a few more times. Once up and over here. Reach those fingertips towards the side. Now this time, drop the fingertips down. Reach the left fingertips up. Maybe extend your foot. Press the sole of the foot towards the wall behind you. Maybe even reach for the ankle. This is a nice opening for the spine and the front of the thigh. For 3, 2, and 1. Both hands down to the front of the mat. Pivot your knee and your hips, reaching the left toes, left sole of the foot to the back. Let's bring the knee into the chest. I did forget to do that on the other side. It's all right. Inhale, extend. Drop the toes down. Step back into plank. Lower down your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. You should be feeling pretty warm by now. Inhale, left foot up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Do a little circle here to open. Straighten the legs, square the hips. Knee into the chest, step forward. Lower the back knee. Low lunge. And let's flow here. Exhale down, half split. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. This time again, right hand down. Circle the arm up, low twist. 3 arm circles here. And 3. Go ahead and drop the back knee down. And reaching back, you can optionally grab the ankle here. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. Stepping back, chaturanga, high plank, low plank. Pressing through the palms. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. And gaze between your hands. Step or hop between. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through your feet. Rise all the way up. And exhale the palms to heart center. Make sure you're at the top of your mat now. Let's just take a moment to close the eyes, check in with your body. We'll move through a couple of sun salutations and then into another flow sequence. So inhale, circle your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot to the back. Lower down the knee, low lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right away, inhale, left leg back up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise to your lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up. Spine should be feeling super good. Exhale, palms to heart center. Other side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Right foot back. Low lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the mat. Stepping back, plank, lower it down. Inhale, press through to cobra. Downward facing dog, tuck the toes. Right leg straight back and up, hips are square. Knee into chest, step it through. Low lunge, rise. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Unfurl your spine. Inhale, rise up. Maybe a little back bend here. And exhale, palms to heart center. Good. Let's just do a little wrist exercise, clasping the wrists together, rolling them one direction and the other. Nice. Let's inhale, sweep both arms up, bend one elbow, and just press on the elbow, reaching the hand down your middle back. For 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Other side. Other arm up, just pressing gently on the elbow, back of the hand or palm of the hand, moving down your back. For 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Let's just give the body a shake. We're going to move into our next flow sequence. Coming to the top of the mat. Feet are parallel, deep breath in the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Good. Inhale, sweep both arms overhead. Grab left wrist, bend over to your right side. Stepping the left foot behind you. Inhale, back to center. Switching sides, grab the right wrist, step behind you. Good. Inhale, back to center. I'm going to face you, but you're still facing the top of your mat. Going to bring the left knee to the chest, hug it in. From here, you can hug the knee, reach back behind you. So at the top of your mat, you're here. Coming into a simple standing twist. Pressing into that right sole of the foot to give you some rooting. And now we're going to bring the ankle, left ankle on top of the knee. So it looks like this, figure 4. Sitting down into an imaginary chair, palms to heart center. Standing pigeon here for 3 breaths. All right, I'm coming back to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise back up, keep the knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze. Both arms overhead. Exhale, we're going to kick back through warrior 3. So you can have airplane arms here or palms to heart center. And stepping back into our low lunge once again. Inhale, rise. We've done this before. So coming through this same familiar flow, it's probably feeling a little bit easier now that your muscles are warmed up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up. We're going to twist again. Right hand circling up, around, hand back. This time we add on. So next time your arm comes up, we're going to press through both feet, rise up to a high twisted lunge. So lower body is in the same position. Bend into the front knee, get it over the ankle. And circle both arms through the center, high crescent lunge. Inhale here, exhale, deepen the bend in the leg. Bring both hands behind you, drop your back foot down to warrior 1 legs. Inhale, open your shoulders. Exhale, fold forward, humble warrior. Inhale, rise back up, warrior 1. Exhale, parallel your feet. Once again, I'm going to the back here. And forward fold. So for the sake of it, I'm going to turn around. So you'll be here, forward fold. Good. From here, halfway lift. We're going to bend into your knee, coming into Skandasana at the back of your mat. So stretching out the right leg here. Skandasana. So maybe to keep things in integrity, I will be here at the back of my mat. You know where I am. You know what my face looks like. Good. From here, hands to the mat. Wiggle your back toes to the side. And we're coming down into lizard lunge. So a lunge at the back of the mat here. 3 breaths. You can open up your left knee to the side as long as the left toes are facing the same direction. Coming onto our forearms here. Always have the option to tuck the back toes if you like. Go ahead and come back up onto the forearms, wiggling ourselves back through Skandasana. You can move through a few Skandasanas if you like, one side to the other, as your body is starting to feel more warm here. Back to the left, and now straighten the knees, wide-legged forward fold. We're going to make some twists here, so pressing right hand down, left arm up. Exhale, fold. Left hand down, right arm up. And fold. Beautiful. From here, wiggling yourself back to the front of the mat. Low lunge. And hands to the mat. Step it back. Chaturanga. High plank to low plank. Inhale here. Let's move through 3 rounds of Cobra. Pressing through the palms. Rise up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. And exhale, let's come down into child's pose briefly here. This should be a nice little rest for 3 breaths. Rolling up through table, press the hands through the mat, downward facing dog. From here, we're gazing in between the hands, step or jump through, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Rise back up, and palm to heart center. Now we have that to do on the other side. So inhale, let's do our little side bends, this time starting with the left, grab the right wrist, bend to the left, back to center, switch, deep side bend. Inhale, both arms up, and the right knee to the chest. You can give it a squeeze. Hug the right knee with left hand. Reach the left hand back, gazing behind you. Whew, if you come out, it's totally fine. We are not here to be perfect. Drop the ankle onto the knee. Some days our balance is better than others. And sinking down into this imaginary chair. So once again, it's going to look like a figure 4. Make sure to keep your foot flexed. This will protect your knee. And rising back up, knee to your chest. Preparing for warrior 3. Kicking the sole of the back foot towards the back of the room. You can open your arms in airplane or keep them at heart center. Gently step down to our low lunge, where we once again will flow through our half split, low lunge. Let it be a dance. Let your body just move how it likes. Maybe you have some music on. And let's drop the right hand down. Come through our twists. Circling the arm up and over. And next time it comes up, really press through the toes of the back foot and the sole of the front foot. Rise yourself up into a twisted high lunge. Sinking down. Circle back arm down and up. High crescent lunge. Making sure that front knee is just about over the back ankle. Fingertips reaching up towards the sky. Clasp your hands behind you. Inhale, open the shoulders. Drop the back foot down into warrior 1. So at a 45-degree angle. Exhale, hinge forward, humble warrior. Inhale, rise back up. Parallel the feet, straighten your legs, hands to the hips, forward fold. You can try hands on the hips this time, or you can once again reach the hands down to the mat. Drop your head, shake your head yes, nod your head no, or I should say the other way, nod your head yes, shake your head no. Halfway lift, bend into your right knee, coming into Skandasana on the right side. Pointing the left toes up towards the sky. And now coming into low lunge, dropping the back knee down. Walk the right toes to the outside of the mat. Open the knee, coming down to the forearms for the lizard pose. Deepen your breath. Coming back up onto forearms. Pivoting through Skandasana one more time. Maybe we go through a few rounds of Skandasana here. Exploring here. Maybe you want to open one arm to the sky. Nice twist. Let's do one more round just for fun. And other side. Beautiful. Now hinging back towards the front one more time. Low lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga, high plank. Low plank or knees, chest, chin. Pressing up into cobra. This time let's lower down. Come onto the forearms into Sphinx pose. Palms of the hands on the mat. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Elbows into the mat. 3 breaths here. And lower yourself back down to the mat, pressing through, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here just to find your grounding. You can always lower it down and rest in child's pose. So wherever you are, gonna gaze between the hands, step or hop, forward, halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, unfurl your spine, palms facing one another. Exhale, palms to heart center. We have one more flow before we begin to cool down. So make sure your feet are parallel at the top. Inhale, bend your knees, scoop your arms across the ground, sink down into a chair pose. Arms are parallel to your ears. Exhale, palms to heart center, twist over to your right, hook the elbow across the knee. Breathe into this twist. Pressing your elbow into the knee helps to twist your upper body to the right. This is cleansing for your organs. Gonna raise up the left toes and step it back into a twisted lunge. Now preparing here to open all the way up into warrior two. Inhale, rise up. Circle, sweep your arms open. Dropping the back toes down, bending into the right knee. Gaze over your front middle finger, warrior two. Back foot should be parallel with the back of the mat. With every exhale, bend into that front knee a little deeper. Flip your front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Elbow or forearm onto thigh. Reaching those left fingertips forward, keeping the knee over the ankle. Let's flow there a few times. Make sure that your lower body is staying completely steady as your upper body flows. And we've done this kind of motion before as well. This kind of flow. Next time you come up, we're going to straighten the knee. Step the back toes in a little bit, angling them slightly towards the front. Extend both arms out and reach forward, hinging down into Trikonasana. Stay here for 3 breaths. Triangle pose. You can stay here, or if you like, gaze at a spot just in front of you and to the right. Reach with your right fingertips, opening up into half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Flexing the foot. And here we're going to come into a fun little flow. So bring both hands to the mat, tuck the back knee inside of the other knee. Inhale, open back up, half moon. Exhale, this time let's sit all the way down, dropping the back knee behind you, hugging your left knee, coming into a seated twist. Give this one a few breaths. Looking over that back shoulder. And now preparing to come back, we're going to step into the right foot and come all the way back up into half moon. Open the left arm up. From here, hug the left knee into your chest, come to stand. See if you can stay balanced, and we're coming into tree pose. So from the front, looking like this. The inner left foot is inside your thigh. You can also use your shin. You can also kickstand it onto the ground if you like. Just try to avoid the knee. Maybe playing with arms overhead. And wherever you are, we're going to, once again, kick back into our half moon pose. Left hand up. And this time, kick the back leg behind your right leg to the side of the mat. Left hand down, circle, right foot up and over, coming into fallen triangle. Dip the hips down, press hips up. Good. One more time. Reach the right hand down to the mat, step it back through downward facing dog. Let's move through a chaturanga. Wash everything out. Awesome job. Maybe pausing back in our child's pose. before returning to downward dog. And from here, we'll step or jump through, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Root down, rise all the way up. And palms to heart center. We have one more side to do. So bending the knees, sweeping the fingertips, chair pose. Palms to heart center, twist to your left. Right elbow on left knee. Using that connection to twist your upper body even more to the left. And come up onto the right toes, hover the right foot, step it back into a twisted lunge. Preparing to open up into warrior two. Raise your upper body. Circle, sweep the arms open, maybe adjusting your stance to warrior two. Arms are parallel. Gaze over the front fingers. And breathe. Flip the front palm, reaching back, reverse warrior, and let's flow here with side angle. First, taking a moment to find the pose, find the stretch, and then coming back to our flow. And next time you come up, straighten the front knee, walk back toes in slightly. You're going to hinge down into Trikonasana, triangle pose for 3 breaths. Preparing for our half moon, gaze in front of you, about a foot and a few inches to the left. Let the fingertips touch onto the ground. Open up the right hand to the sky. From here we'll do our little flow, but first we'll get into the pose. So flexing your back foot, pressing the sole of the back foot towards the back wall helps to really strengthen this leg and keep your balance. So we're going to exhale, bring the hand down. Tuck the back knee behind your left knee, just tucking it in. Inhale, extend. And this time coming all the way down to a seated twist. Hug the right knee. Left hand circles up, around and back. Preparing to return to our half moon, pressing super strong into the left foot. Inhale, opening up one more time. Exhale, we're coming into tree pose, so hug the right knee into the chest, see if you can keep the balance, and bring it into tree. If you fall or fumble, it's totally fine. So you're here. Find something to gaze at with your drishti that's going to keep you steady. Maybe play with the arms. Breathing here. And wherever you are, once again, knee to chest. Roll it back through our half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Both hands to the mat. Step the outer edge of your left foot outside the left side of your mat. Right hand down. Swing the right foot to the back of the mat. Fallen triangle. Left arm up. Dip the hip down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dip. Couple more times. Good. And both hands down. Step back. Downward facing dog. Chaturanga, high plank. Lower it down. Inhale, press through to cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Just really breathing here in your child's pose, feeling your body come to rest. We've done a lot of flow. Come back up to hands and knees. Come back to sit on the knees. Let's just inhale, come up onto the knees. Reach both hands behind your lower back. Bring elbows towards one another. Lift your chin up towards the sky. Small back bend. And sitting back onto your heels. Take a moment, hands on the thighs, neutral spine. Once again, rising up. Going to come into camel pose, so you can tuck your toes, circle the arms up and back, reaching for the feet, for the ankles, for the heels. If that's not available to you, you can stay here. Or else reach down for the heels. If you feel like you can go deeper, you can drop the toes onto the mat and open up your spine a little bit more here. So however you come out, support your spine and engage your core, slowly coming out of the pose. Tuck your toes, sit down on the heels, neutral spine. And open your knees. Once again, come down into a wide-legged child's pose. Good, rolling back up. Let's extend the legs straight in front of you. Toes pointing to the sky. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fold, Paschimottanasana. And from here, slowly roll back up, bend your knees, plant your feet onto the mat. Extend both arms out in front of you. And slowly lower all the way down into your mat. Hug the knees into your chest, give them a little squeeze, and roll your spine in circles, rolling across your sacrum. Feels really good. Good, let's press the feet into the mat, making sure you can just graze your heels with your fingertips. Press the hands into the mat, and with pressing the soles of the feet firmly into the mat, raising up the hips into a gentle Setu Bandhasana bridge pose. This first one is just gentle, maybe even keeping the palms on the mat. Engaging your thighs, engaging your glutes, engaging your core a little bit, and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, rolling it back down. 2 more times like that, maybe a little bit higher, maybe rolling the shoulders under you, clasping your hands underneath, can help bring the heart more up towards the sky, opening the chest. And once again, lower it back down. 3rd time, if wheel is in your practice, you may move into wheel. Otherwise, 1 more round of bridge. Maybe going a little bit higher up if you can. And keeping your knees parallel. And exhale, lowering back down. Let's bring the palms onto the mat. Just windshield wiper your knees side to side. Extend the right leg up to the sky, left leg to the mat. Take a hold of the big toe with your pinky fingers, with your first 2 fingers. Energetically bringing the toes towards your face and open up to the side. Try to keep your left hip bones rooted down to the mat. Inhale back to center. Hug the knee into your chest. Let's make a figure 4 with the ankle across the left thigh and just hug it into your chest. Grabbing across the knee or behind the thigh. Making sure to keep that foot flexed. From here, cross the left knee over, hug your knees into your chest. If this is too much, you can keep your knees parallel. We're going to drop the hips over to the right side and come into a twist. So dropping the knees over to your left side. Again, they can be crossed. This makes it deeper, or they can just be next to one another. Open your right arm to the side. Close your eyes and bring your gaze over to the right with your eyes closed. And slowly come out, extend your right leg to the mat, left foot to the sky, grabbing hold the big toe, stretching it towards your face, and opening up to the side as much as you can while keeping the right hip grounded down. Back to center. Ankle onto the thigh, hug it in, keeping this foot flexed. And cross it over or keep your knees parallel. Jog your hips over to the left side and drop the knees over to the right, opening up your left arm. Gaze to the left, close your eyes. And from here, gently roll yourself back to center, hug both knees into the chest. Grab your toes, coming through happy baby. Happy baby. Deepen your breath. And finally, releasing your feet down to the mat for your final Shavasana. If your body needs to wiggle or move a little bit more before you get into Shavasana, of course you can listen to that. When you find your final rest, just decide if you like your palms face up or face down. Let your breath return to its normal rhythm. And just let your body come into a state of complete beingness. Nothing to do or strive for here. I'll invite you to stay here as long as you like. You're free to end your practice in Shavasana. Whenever you are ready to come out, you will gently hug your knees into the chest. Maybe take a big stretch overhead. Roll over to one side and find your way back to a seat. Again, taking your time. Stay in Shavasana as long as you like. Bring your hands onto your knees. Close your eyes and check in with your body. What has shifted in your mind, in your body, in your emotions, if anything. Bring the palms to heart center and feeling gratitude for one thing about yourself that you love a lot. Bowing forward. Namaste. Thank you for joining this practice with me, and I wish you a beautiful day from Peru.